The name's recently changed. You guys probably know it better as the team.
I work at PayPal. I'm responsible for our global SME business. Most people will think of PayPal as an online payments company, but we actually think about omni-channel commerce a lot.
Just a quick intro. I'm working with Stripe right now. I lead strategy and operations for marketing. I have been with Stripe for about a year. I came in to support Connect, which is our multi-party money movement platform.
We'd start with a bit of an introduction definition of what the omni-channel commerce is. There's a lot here, from setting up your business, sourcing products, finding customers, doing sales and converting them, then fulfilling your product, servicing, supporting, and a bunch of ongoing operations. Now, this is already complex if you have a single channel business. So I think one question that often pops up is like, well, for who is omni-channel commerce really? Simple, a very simple framework kind of creates some order in the chaos of companies that are trying to help businesses with their omni-channel commerce needs.
Question that keeps coming up, and this was I saw this in the questions that were submitted. It was like, hey, have we reached saturation? What's happening? I think we all saw there was a spike in adoption and penetration of e-commerce and hence omnichannel commerce during the COVID pandemic period. And it since has kind of tapered down a little bit. I thought it would be interesting to just talk about like what are the trends that are shaping omnichannel commerce growth over the coming years. Okay, what are the winning strategies to help companies stay ahead of the curve? Meet customers where they are. As the number of channels increase, that will result in you wanting to kind of think about integration of those channels into how you actually are promoting. This is where I was initially referring to as being multi-channel versus omni-channel.
Most of the times when I talk about omni-channel commerce, I talk about 5 different elements that come together. The 5 elements being the channels of sales, the operations, the logistics and supply chain, the finance, and the marketing pieces.
If I'd add one thing, I think if you're starting e-commerce entrepreneur, don't start with the website. That time is over.
Try not to get locked into technology. So as you transition from brick and mortar, I think it's important to first understand today how valuable brick and mortar is. So don't underestimate the value of it. You just think about Amazon trying to open retail stores.
Sorry, guys. I was so excited in answering, I forgot to go off mute. First, the trends. I think a trend we'll see that the number of channels you can trade in and engage with your customers in is increasing, and it will continue to increase.
And then think about like not just shaping the product, but also the pricing, the positioning. How do you compete against similar products in the market across, and especially when you are in an omnichannel environment, you cannot really have different pricing across different channels or different offers across different channels.
The cost of not acting is going to be higher than the cost of taking a little step back and investing in that technology.
I think it's too early to tell as how I want to
Summer's point, I don't know if crypto should be top of the list, but ideally you work with a platform or a provider that can help you accept payment methods that are relevant to the customers that you're selling to.
And it also depends on the regulatory framework that you're operating
on. The journey as well, which is where like it's important to think about your North Star. How you're thinking about where you're headed and how is technology helping you get there.
It's an 80-20 approach. 80% of the stuff that you do will be readily available out there, but 20% of your business is going to be highly variable.